Okay, so here's the thing. Let me turn this down. This is what happened. The backstory of why Anastasia spent the majority of the day on Tuesday in the doctor's office. Backstory, then I'll go ahead and go into whatever footage I do have. Okay, so Saturday, she had gone to play outside and it was kind of chilly outside. And I didn't want her to go play, but she kept bothering me. So I was like, you know what, just go. So then Sunday, we were going to go to church, but she woke up and her throat was sore. And, sorry, I'm cooking brunch. Anyways, so she woke up and her throat was sore on Sunday, so we didn't go to church. But she still seemed perfectly fine. And then on Monday when she woke up, she wasn't feeling good. She was like, her throat hurts, you know, she couldn't swallow, so on and so forth. Like, okay, so I kept her home on Monday. And then she woke up on Tuesday, was still complaining that her throat was hurting and she was coughing a lot more, but she wanted to go to school. She said she felt fine. She did ask me for a breathing treatment. But, sorry, the eggs over here. Anyways, but, my mom went to go heat up the car and Anastasia ran out the door so fast that she didn't get to do the breathing treatment. So she gets to school, and then my mom happened to be off that day because they canceled her at work or whatever it may be. So me, my mom, Genevieve, and Rosalie are out, and I was at Big Lots, and I get a phone call from the school, so I answered it, and it's a school nurse telling me that Anastasia is coughing really bad, and she sounds really bad, and so on and so forth. And she's like, can you bring her inhaler up here? Because I hadn't brought Anastasia's inhaler up there, because Anastasia has asthma. And I hadn't brought her inhaler up there because it actually expired this month. And I need to take her to the doctor. Her doctor's appointment is scheduled for the 27th of this month. So I was like, actually, I'll take her to the doctor. I was already going to call, I was waiting back, blah, blah. So go and pick Anastasia up. Well, then the nurse, we hang up the phone, and I told the nurse that I was going to come get her. And then the nurse called me back not even 5 minutes later. She said, I just checked Anastasia's temperature, and it went from 99 to 102. So I was like, okay. So thankfully, where we were at Big Lots was, I kid you not, like right behind, like right by the school. So we go over there, we picked her up, and like her cheeks were all flushed and she was all red and everything, and she was having a really, really hard time breathing. She could not breathe. She was like just gasping for air, so she couldn't breathe. And so that was at 12:30 to 12:40, and her doctor's appointment was at 1:45. And so we're like, well, what are we gonna do? So we ended up just going to the doctor's office early because I had to fill out paperwork for her anyways. So they go to see her, and the doctor starts listening to her. And so when the doctor starts listening to her, Anastasia's still like having a hard time, and she's like she's still gasping for air. So this entire time, and by the time that we got to the doctor's office, Anastasia wasn't really as hot. So then they took her temperature there. Her fever had already gone down. In between all this, she hadn't had any fever medicine. But anyway, so the doctor's listening to her, and okay, sorry, I was interrupted by a phone call. So the doctor's listening to her, and Anastasia's having a hard time breathing, and then the doctor does all this. She goes, we're gonna run a flu test and a strep test. And then she looks at me and she goes, has she ever had pneumonia? And I was like, no, she hasn't actually. And so the doctor had the nurse bring in a nebulizer and the mask and everything, and they gave her something that's, oh my God, are you okay? Gave her something that's stronger, because right now she's on the albuterol, but she gave her something a little bit stronger to help her and everything. And Anastasia was feeling so bad that she's sitting there doing her breathing treatment in the doctor's office, and she was like falling asleep and falling to the side and everything. And so they did the flu test, they did the strep test. She shouldn't even be getting strep because she's already had her tonsils and adenoids removed, but they did say that even with you have it removed, you can still get it. And so the strep test, of course, came back negative, and she somehow ended up testing positive for the flu type A. And then she's still concerned about the pneumonia. So she's like, well, since she tested positive for the flu, I'm not gonna, because she was gonna send her downstairs or to the hospital, whatever, to get the chest x-ray for the pneumonia, you know, have her taken care of and so on and so forth. And so, she was like, okay, so she's got 2 other siblings. What? You're sick, get off me. Your sister's calling you. No, you're sick, don't be touching the food. So she was gonna send her off and everything like that, but she's like, so let's just do this, and if she doesn't get any better or sounds worse, can you stop? If she doesn't get any better or sounds worse, bring her back and we'll do the x-ray and everything. And so she's like, well, she's got the 2 other siblings, so we're gonna have to give them medication as well. And so she was able to give Genevieve medication. She had to see Rosalie, so Rosalie was in the waiting room with my mom, so I called her back and they checked her out, and she was fine that day. And then so I updated a little bit that night. Anastasia was doing a little bit better, but she was basically just resting that night. And then God bless you, she was doing okay that night. And no, not right now. You already had one at the store. And anyway, sorry. And she was doing better. The girls, the 2 other 2 seemed fine and everything. Put that back. And I started to feel bad yesterday, and Rosalie woke up yesterday. So yesterday was Thursday. We're on Friday now. So yesterday was Thursday. And so Rosalie. Okay, sorry, they just dropped something. Rosalie woke up yesterday with a stuffy nose, and right now Genevieve and Rosalie only taking the medicine once a day. Anastasia's on the flu medicine, the cough medicine, and steroids for the asthma on top of her breathing treatments. So the other 2 are just on the flu medicine, and so Rosalie had the stuffy nose yesterday, and then her stuffy nose is getting worse, and now she's coughing and to where she's gagging now. That also had to do because she was really hungry. And then I have started to feel like poo-poo. I feel it. My throat hurts, my body hurts. I also have asthma. I was sweeping yesterday, and that just took all the breath out of me, and it's I know I'm gonna end up getting it because of that right there. She wants to cough but doesn't cover her mouth. And then whenever she was out the second day, she had a mask, but she wouldn't keep the mask on. She kept pulling it down, and she's talking and coughing and sneezing and all this other stuff. And so that's basically what's happened. And hopefully Genevieve doesn't get it. I'm hoping that everything will be good to where she doesn't get it. If you hear something, I just turn on the Keurig. And I did film a little bit at the doctor's office, and I filmed a little bit here and there throughout the few days. I know, I'm gonna nurse you. Okay. Genevieve's ready to eat. And so, yeah. So that's what happened, and she's out of school until Monday. She basically was out of school for an entire week, so she's got work to do to catch up on, and it's gonna be an interesting weekend because she's always talking about how bored she is and we can't do this and we can't do that, but now we got other sick people, so we definitely can't do anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys next time. So I don't know if you can hear me, but Anastasia's getting a breathing treatment. She was sick yesterday. She had cough and sore throat. So hi. So I kept her home. She said she was good enough to go to school today, but the nurse sent her right back home. So we're here at the doctor's office, and they said that she's wheezing really bad. My guess is that she was having an asthma attack. So we had to bring her to the doctor, and she is getting the breathing treatment right now. They're running a flu and strep test because she did have a fever, although it went away fairly quickly without any medicine, so I don't know. So we're gonna be here for a while. She's tired. Are you tired? Genevieve. Let me see. I think you still have a little bit in here. You want to finish it off? Hold it. So far, strep is negative. They're still waiting on the flu results, and she said it's possibly pneumonia, which is amazing. Well, it's not. It sucks, but. And then the other two, depending on what her results are, we'll go from there. This day was not. So, hopefully she doesn't have it. Get your toys, Genevieve. Get your toys.
What? Maybe I can Yeah.
You can really see how green her eyes are when the sun's in them. Get your Minnie. Get your Minnie Mouse. Get Minnie Mouse. Look here. You want Minnie Mouse? Go get her. Oh, good job. But you don't want to be on your belly no more? She gave up. Are you awake? He's just gonna wait. Alright, when you finish that, I will come back and give you all your medicines, okay?
Another medicine?
You have to have more, yeah.
Oh, come on. It tastes disgusting.
I know it tastes disgusting, but you gotta take it to get better, okay? Make sure you drink water. Alright, you good? Alright. I'm over here watching Grey's Anatomy, hoping my mom will watch with me, but she's over there on her phone watching some Cuban show on Netflix when she could be watching Grey's Anatomy with me. And I keep looking at her to be like, oh my god! But no. No, she wants to laugh. Where are you going? Oh, ow, ow. Update, Roberta is somewhat gone. The scar just needs to go away now, which usually my scars on my face do go away, but Roberta is almost non-existent. I'm so happy. She's pulling my shirt. Your Siri actually comes up.
It does when your daughter pushes the button.
Oh, the button, okay. You mad because I won't let you have the phone? You want to be in here too?
I
Okay.
want my eye in there.
What?
I want my eye in there.
Your what?
My eye in there.
Your eye in there? You can see yourself.
Hello.